Good day guys, welcome back to the second last video of Langrisser SEA on District 3S5. Recommended hero are from the Reincarnation faction. Timeless Law when HP is 100%, damage deal increased by 100% and damage taken will reduce by 50%. Okay, this is definitely not so easy. This is gonna take quite a bit of time, but mainly is because we'll be test playing or showing more on spamming or using the summon of God's Covenant. So right on this team, of course, it would be great if you have the Reincarnation heroes. If you do not, feel free to try out the Empire team. We have Bernhard, Elwin SP, Lucretia, Florentia, and Hilda as tanker. So as usual, the best RNG here will be if you have Twilight for Elwin, you can feel free to rush him down to do damage on Zerida, and hopefully she do not cast a faction buff. And of course, if you do not have spare Twilight, feel free to try out this formation we're doing right now. So on the first start of the turn, which I did wrong, we should get Bernhard to cast his faction buff first, and followed by Lucretia to spam AoE. We're gonna do enemy damage to make sure they are not at 100% HP, so we will be able to survive their attack. And of course, for PvE players, PvE wise, it is more advisable to increase the stats, level up and increase the stats of Thor to increase his damage, attack, his HP, then followed by stats of the soldier, then lastly heroes. So your Thor will be able to do more hard punishment against the enemy and also to survive against their attack. As for PvP wise, PvP players, you might want to find a balance to juggle between how you want to pump the stats of Thor. So as you can see on the first turn, we're going to use Lucretia, use Florentia to act again and get Lucretia to finish off one of the enemies. So because Pierre, yep, has a water unit, he will be able to heal when it's in water. We will not be able to easily stop that. Of course, this team is not a must to go with Lucretia. It's also apparently it's actually better to go with Bozo. Bozo can cast his 3C right now, casting extra debuff and probably to get enemy buff like unable to heal, or they'll not be able to receive buff from Zerida, so they will not be as strong. So the first time we do not have to try to bother to get too much about getting close to Zerida if you do not have items like Twilight. So we're just gonna stay in our formations, and Hilda is important here to help tank all the damage. And then now we'll get Elwin to try to take on Zerida. So right, another mistake that I made here is I should have used Sword Soul to remove a buff instead. So right, so basically after we have Thor here, we kind of have room for mistakes. More and more room for mistakes. So as you can see, when you summon Thor, you do damage to enemy. But do take note, another mistake that I make is that I summon his Thor hammer that I will not be able to easily do damage against enemy, because for the follow-up damage to trigger or happen, your characters have to attack 2 squares or tiles around the hammer itself. So it basically works closely or similar to Rosalia's sword summoning skills. So you see now Bernhard is not standing close to the hammer. It's out of range. I do not do random damage follow-up against characters like Pierre. So on the next coming turn, you will be able to see follow-up damage that I do to enemy if I manage to get in range. So thank goodness Listard is getting close to the hammer, but oh gosh, Piero is not, so nope, I don't think we will get a chance to try this out. Sorry, the enemy is just too far. And the HP is kind of low, so of course if you guys heroes are not as highly trained, the damage you do is not that high, probably you get to see the full effect by Saw itself. So sorry you didn't get to see that because my characters managed to finish off the enemies before we get to try it out. But of course I'm blaming it on the previous turn that I summoned the hammer a little too far from the spot. Sorry, that's it for 4S5. So as you can see, the video is slightly long, but we are not having a hard time as we used to, thanks to the 6 party member. So right, check out the heroes. So okay, we have SP Elwin, trading pump attack and HP. Then Hilda, she's a tanker, focus on HP and defense, and namely that stage is more on physical attack enemies, so defense. Lucretia or characters like Bozo, just either pump as much intelligence and HP, and for Bozo, magic intelligence and HP. Bernhard, you're gonna give him HP, defense and attack. He's probably the balanced character that needs 3 stats. And last but not least, healer Florentia, so gotta pump HP and intelligence for her. So alright, we have come to the end. Remember to like and subscribe, and thanks you guys for following through the video. And don't worry, I only stop weapon and timeless trial video. I will still follow up on other videos. See you guys. Thank you.